Hey everyone, it's me, Inari Atrocious, and today I'm doing my Project Pan update for what is it? April. Yes, it's April already. Oh my. Can you believe it's April already? It's been a year already. So yeah, I have with me my notebook which has my notes in it, and I have all my Project Pan stuff right here. I also am going to do in this my empties because it's just easier to combine my empties with my Project Pan. So my empties are down here in this trash can, and as you can see, I have a bunch. Yeah, so we'll go over all that. So we'll start with my Project Pan stuff and then do empties. So, Project Pan stuff. The big thing I have for you is I have finished the Fenty Eavesdrops. It kind of looks like there's a little in there. I can't get it out. I know some people have told me you can cut this open, but I honestly don't feel like cutting this open. It doesn't match me like undertone wise very well unless I use like a very sheer layer, and it's also too light for me. This is the shade 1, and the shade 2 also doesn't match me. And I tried it in the summer when I was my tannest, and it was still too dark and too orange for me. So I don't have a good shade in this for me anymore, so I will not be repurchasing this. But I really like this formula. The formula is very light. It's very skin-like. It's really good. I really liked it when I was, light enough for the shade. So yeah, I have finished that, so that's part of my empties. So going in the trash. What I have replaced it with, so I've got these two. Now this is House Labs in 015 Fair Cool, which is way too light for me. And this is Estee Lauder Double Wear, like a really old bottle, in 0 and 1 Alabaster, which is also too light for me, but this is a better undertone match because this is pretty yellowy. This is way too pink for me. I've been mixing these with my Olive foundations that match better. So I mixed this one with the House Labs 030 in Fair Cool, or no, sorry, this is Fair Warm. Warm, it's a cool tone. In Fair Cool, which is a warm tone, and it's like a golden. It's a golden olive, but they retroactively added olive. It's not actually an olive foundation. It's just like a warm tone golden color that olives can wear. So I mixed it with this, and they're both like a yellowy color, and it matches me really well. So this just makes it match me better in winter because that is a little dark for me in winter. But it's a good summer color for me. So I'm mixing those two. This one I mixed with the Sephora, I think it's like Best Skin Forever. Let me look. It's this one. It's the, Sephora Best Skin Ever 16-Hour Wear Natural Finish Foundation. And this is in 060 Olive. And I mix these two together, and these are both cool tones. So the overtone is correct, which is like a nice yellowy olive, but if I look closely at my skin, the undertone is too pink for me. Because I'm more neutrally kind of like, the undertone isn't the best, but it's passable. Like, unless you like really look at me, it's totally fine. So passable. So I mix these two together. Also, formula wise, this is dewy, this is like dry on me, so that matches. And this with the House Labs in the correct color, this is too dry on me and this is too dewy on me, so these two together match. So that's what I'm doing right now. My goal is to use this one up for sure. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this one up because I use so little of it. And once the summer hits and I can't mix these anymore, I guess it goes into a Project Pan next year. So that is where I'm at. So that's what I'm doing. Next up, concealer. So I use this every single time I do my foundation. Even though mixing these foundations now that match me better than the Eavesdrops, this doesn't match. This is way too peachy, and when I blend it in over with my sponge that has the foundation on it, so it color corrects, I guess, because it's peachy. But it's way too orange on me. It's way too peachy on me. So I'm trying to use it up. But it didn't go down. I should have already put up on screen the weights. It stayed the same. I don't know why. I use it every time. I don't know if you can really see it, but I've got windowing, and I'm like scraping the sides on this. I don't know when I'm gonna finish it. Hopefully soon, because it doesn't match me, and it's especially not gonna match me in the summer. So I'm really trying to finish this. I want to finish it. I'm not gonna give up on it, but it really doesn't match me. And I also hate that I have to set it. It drives me nuts. But setting it does mean I use my setting powder that also kind of doesn't match me anymore because it's too fair. So So yeah, I've been using this, hasn't gone down, don't know why. I guess it's because I'm scraping the edges, I don't know. But yeah, that's that. Next up, so I've got the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and as you may see, I will have stuff on the screen. This has gone down. I looked at it, I compared my photos. I haven't weighed this, but I compared my photos. And based on my photos, this went from half to maybe like a third, which is really good progress. And compared to where I was at the very beginning I was down to like maybe there, and now I'm up to here. So I've done really good. I know a lot of project planners mark on these with like nail polish. I know I should do that, and I'm sure you guys would like that better, but I hate the look of that so much. It bothers me. I don't want to mark my stuff, and I'm sure I'll get flack for that, but I don't like it. It's just a personal preference. I just don't like it. So I take pictures and compare the pictures, but I don't know. I don't like the way that looks. So I'm not going to do that. It would bother me. So, but yeah, I've got pretty good progress on this. So far it hasn't gone bad. It's still the like, kind of like cloudy look, but it hasn't gotten worse. So I think it's fine. My goal is, again, to finish this up, and hopefully I should be able to finish this up soonish. Once I finish it up, I'm going to use the Grip and Glow version of this that I originally started with and try to finish that. So I have plenty of primers. Yes, okay, so next up is the Sephora contour stick. So progress on this is hard to mark. I'll have on the screen. I'll do from where it started at the very beginning of the project pan until now, because that's easier progress to see. And I've made some progress since last month. I have had to roll this up. I'll show you where it's at. So this is where it's at currently, and I've had to roll it up to get more, because I've been using it consistently. I use it almost every time I do my makeup, unless I'm doing a really, really fast look, then I don't contour, because it just takes extra time. So I'm doing pretty good with this. It's gonna take me forever to finish this, because this is just, I use such a light hand with this. I'll probably use more up in summer when I'm darker, but as of right now, I use a really light hand. Although I have noticed, since I've been starting to mix my foundations, which are down here, which is when I'm tapping, and I'm using the darker foundations and mixing a little bit of light in, I am a little darker, and it's matching me better, because when I was using just the ease drops, my face was way too light. I looked ridiculous. But now that my foundation is matching a little better, I'm using slightly more of this, because I'm not as fair. So in the summer when I'm darker, I'll be using more of this, and it should hopefully go a little faster. So that's where I am with that. Okay, next up, City Bronzer. Maybelline City Bronzer. So I repressed this last month, and it looks like this, and I'll have pictures on the screen. And looking at the pictures, it looks like I got a little bit around the edges have gone away, but that's the only real progress I can see on it. I've noticed since I switched my foundations and I've been using the big fluffy brush, this since I pressed it, it comes off a little more, and it's really yellow, which works for my skin tone, but I don't know how to explain it, but it's very bright on me, and it's a little too much. I don't like a lot of bronzer, I guess. So as I've been switching which brush I use, I've been using a smaller brush and using like a lot less. So I feel like this is gonna go a little slower because I'm not packing it on as much. So yeah, that's where I am with that. Let's see, so now I'm down to all the lip stuff. Fenty gloss oil or lip oil in Miss Jellyfish. As you can see, probably I've got quite a lot of windowing in that. I'll have the weights on screen. I went down by 0.03 ounces according to this. Yeah, so that's how much I went down. But yeah, as you can see, because I keep it sitting on my desk, it windows. So that is the windowing I've got. That's how much it's gone down by visually. So that's pretty good. I use it every time I do my makeup. I literally used it today, so it's doing good. I feel like it's trucking along, and I feel like I don't know if I'll use it by the end of the year, probably. It's a good little thing. So okay, so the Unearthly lip mask. I'll be honest, I don't really use this that often. I don't think about it. It's next to my bed, and like when I'm laying in bed and I'm like, when I like crawl into bed, lay in bed, and I'm like, oh, my lips are dry. I'll grab it, but honestly, I don't think about it that much. I don't know. Also, yeah, it's kind of goopy. And I don't really like the smell because it's like a peach smell, and I don't really like artificial peach. So I haven't been using it that much. It didn't go down at all. And I've used it a couple times, but I guess I haven't used it enough for it to go down. So there's that. I'm not doing good on that. And then the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm. I have used this a lot. It still has plenty of windowing, as you can see. And this also went down by 0.03 ounces. And this I use a lot. This sits next to my couch. I put it on whenever my lips are dry. Honestly, I'll put this on before bed too, because like I'll be sitting on the couch and I'll be like, oh, let me slather it on. Oh, I'm going to bed. So that's also why I don't use the lip mask by Unearthly a lot, because I've got this on. So yeah, this will probably get used also by the end of the year easily. And with these, I have used these up before. I usually don't take the stopper off because when I do, they get really messy and gross. And they also go bad faster, I've noticed when I do that. I think it's because like it doesn't, like the air gets in more and then it just goes bad faster. So I'm not going to do that, just FYI. So last thing is my Pretty Grunge palette. So I compared the pictures, and I have been using this. I didn't use it today, but I actually used it yesterday. And I've used up, I've made some of the pans bigger. I made the pans in Fearless and Nirvana bigger for sure. I think I made the pans in Love Anarchy and Hope bigger because I use those the most. And I think I made Renegade a little bigger. And maybe Rebel, which, yeah. So all the pans except Avant Garde I've made slightly bigger because I have been using them. I didn't keep track of my use of this palette, which I know I should, but again, I kind of fell off the wayside of keeping track of how many times I use things. And the pictures are not the best of being able to tell if I kept track of things or not, but just like based on me looking at it in real life and being able to like tell based on the pictures, which again may not show the best. I know for sure, like, because I know for sure, like this one right here, I was using it and some of it crumbled and got bigger. So for sure it got bigger. Because like I said, this palette has been beat up and these all got hard pan from me spraying it with alcohol and this hating it. So like this one is janky. So yeah, that got bigger for sure. But yeah, I use this not as much as I probably should considering it's my project pan, but I don't know, I have a problem where part of me doesn't want to use it every day because I don't want to use it up, and part of me is like, well, I don't want to use it every day because I have a bunch of other stuff I want to use and I get excited about using other stuff. Like today, the reason I did this eye look with singles instead of using this is because the main single that's on my eye is a single I haven't used in forever, and I was like, oh, I want to use that. So I did instead of this because I used this yesterday because I was like, oh, I used this shade, which is Strong AF. I used that on my lid by itself as just a one and done, and then used a lipstick I haven't used in forever, so I did that. So yeah, I don't know, I tend to I like to go through my collection and use things that I haven't used for a while, which is kind of why I tend to have a habit of not using this as much as I should. So yeah, I don't know, I'm good with Project Pan when it comes to like base products or face products, but I'm bad about palettes because I have a lot of palettes and I like to rotate through my palettes and my singles. So I don't know. Part of me is like, maybe I should just take the palette out and just have, maybe I should have like a rotating palette and do like a palette of the month. Maybe that would work better. But again, even then that would probably bore me because I'm more of like a palette a week person maybe. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below on suggestions for what I should do because I feel like I'm not getting the correct amount of use out of my Project Pan palette. And I feel like I'm not good at year-long project pans for palettes. Like, I cannot use this all year as like, because like it's a good go-to. Like, I like it as a go-to, but it's just a natural go-to. It's not a project pan go-to. So, I don't know. I like, yeah, that's because this is my first like year-long project pan, and that's what I'm discovering about myself. So, I don't know, should I take the palette out? Should I do like a rotating project pan palette? Like, I don't know. Give me some thoughts. I'm gonna think about it. So yeah. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with my project pan items. So now let me go over my empties because I actually have a lot. Okay, so I have a big bin of empties. So obviously we already talked about the eavesdrops, so that is one. Let's see, what else do I have that is makeup? Let me sort. Okay, so I sorted out my makeup. Let's talk about the makeup first. So I also, these are not empties, but I threw them away because they're past their, like, I've had them over a year. It's the ColourPop BFF Volumizing Mascara, and it is in Swell Season and Purple Prose. So basically I got rid of these. I had a pink one, and on camera it dried out and I threw it away. So that was in, I think, last month's empties. So these I just got rid of. I replaced them with this, which is Urban Decay Tube Job. This is a like bleach blonde mascara, which I got because I wanted bleach blonde mascara, and also because I was like, oh, I can just add eyeshadow to it and get any color I want, and maybe I can use it up faster that way. So that was my thought process. So that's these. I also had a big Bad Gal Bang mascara. On camera I was using this and decided to throw it away because this dried out. This, I usually get 6 months of use out of these. I did not get 6 months of use out of this. I bought this from the Benefit website in like a 2-pack, and it was old, I guess. So it was like the Christmas pack or whatever, and I guess they used the old mascara because this was trash. So I threw it away. I used up, oh, I forgot to talk about this in my project pan, sorry. But yeah, I used up the number 7 Lift and Illuminate powder. But yeah, finished that. I'm not gonna go back and redo that, but yeah, I finished that. Sorry, it was buried under my empties. I finished that like, I think I finished that like a day or two after I filmed my project pan empties. My project pan and my empties last month, so that's why I forgot about it. But yeah, I finished that. And I tried bringing in, hold please, this powder, which is, I didn't buy this recently. This is a really old e.l.f., what is it? Halo Glow Setting Powder. I hate this. So the way I apply powder is I have this big fluffy brush, and I just tap very lightly, and I just doesn't work with this powder because this powder looks patchy and kicky and disgusting. So I was like, okay, I'll use this powder puff and I'll just like pat it all over. Well, that looked cakey and disgusting, and so I set this aside. It's living on my floor where I can see it. I know that's terrible, but it's just high function. It's living on my floor where I can see it. I am giving it to one of my sisters. And if they don't like it, they can do whatever the fuck they want with it. But they said they want to try it, so they're getting it. So that is that. Next empty is, this is a sad empty. I did not empty this myself. This is a discontinued NYX Suede Matte in Moonwalk. It is completely gone, and you know why it's completely gone? I left this, I don't know what pocket, I left it in a pocket, and it went through the washing machine, and then I put it in all my wash clothes in the dryer, and I was like, why is the dryer so loud? And I looked through the dryer, and I was like, I don't fucking know, I guess it's just loud, maybe it's a zipper. Pulled out my dried clothes, everything was covered in fucking lipstick, including the dryer, and then I found this, and I was just like, son of a bitch. So this went through the washer and dryer, and I paid the ADHD tax. Fortunately, I have a backup of this because I scoured the literally every Walgreens in my main city and all the satellite cities, and I found one untouched one. So I have one backup, and it cannot go through the fucking washing machine and dryer, or I'm screwed because this is discontinued. So that is the story of this, and I'm really mad about it. So that is in my empties, and that's not a real empty. Okay, so next thing, Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Hot Chocolate. This is kind of a fake empty also. Yeah, so I was using this the other day, and it was dry AF. It kept breaking off when I was trying to like put it on my eyes. And then I was like, what the fuck? So I rolled it up, and it was a tiny little nub, and I was like rubbing it to see if it was still dry, and I was barely touching it, and it all broke off. So I was like, fuck you, and I threw it in the trash. So this is dead. So that is that empty. And then adjacent to makeup is this e.l.f. Like sharpener. It just stopped sharpening one day. I haven't had it that long. Well, maybe a year or two. This don't buy this. First of all, I'm not supporting e.l.f. But second of all, this is the second one of these I've gone through, and like they get so dull so fast. I replaced it with the Urban Decay Grindhouse one, which I constantly see people loving. I bought this. It was $12, and it is worth it. Like even the pencils that like this thing eats, even when it was brand new and made a mess of, this sharpens amazingly. Buy this. It is worth the money. This is not worth the money. Don't buy this. Okay, so that is my makeup empties. Now let's talk. I have skincare and hair care. And body care. So we'll do skincare we'll do hair stuff because that's on top. So I have 2 hair dyes. I thought I'd include these just because, I don't know, it's interesting, I guess. So I have Good Dye Young semi-permanent hair dyes. This one is Rose Mocha. This one is All in This Together. That's what's in my hair right now. The burgundy All in This Together is up top. Rose Mocha is in the bottom. I've been dyeing my hair this color for a while now. I have 1 Rose Mocha left, and I have a 20% off coupon at Ulta, and I need to burn points. So one of the things I'm gonna buy is another All in This Together, so I can just do this hair color one more time. I also bought from their website. They had a 30% off sale, so I bought their Devil's Ivy, which is their swampy olive green. And once I've finished these, I'm going to do that. So hair dye things. But yeah, these are great. I love these. They barely have a smell, and the smell they do have, it smells like Lucky Charms pretty much. Which is great because Arctic Fox stinks, Manic Panic stinks. I didn't like Iro. It didn't stink, but it barely stayed in my hair. But your mileage may vary because everybody's hair is different. The only downside to these is because they're so thick and my hair is so dry, and I have very, 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 very hard water. I have to use more of these than I do for like Arctic Fox because it soaks in, like these soak in. But also these stay really well in my hair personally. My hair is processed, so when this washes out, my hair is pretty blonde because I bleached it before I used these, and like it stains. So it stays. Like I don't wash my hair in cold water. I gave up doing that because I found my hair wasn't getting clean enough. And I only wash my hair once to twice a week. And when I do wash my hair, a lot of times I use a co-wash, which is a conditioner wash, because I have wavy hair. So I'm not stripping my hair as much as someone who has different type of hair than me and uses like a straight shampoo that's like harsher. So again, your mileage may vary, but this stays in my hair really well. So that's that. The next thing I have that is hair is Olaplex number 8 Bond Intense Moisture Mask. This is a protein mask. I have had this for a while. There was a time when I was using Olaplex in my hair a lot. It's after I was bleaching it a ton and I was like, my hair is kind of dead, so I need some protein in it. I did the shampoo, the conditioner, and this is just like the last remnant of that I was just kind of working through. At the time when I started using this all the time, I was doing that all the time. I did the shampoo, the conditioner every day. Well, not every day, but every time I washed my hair, and then I would do this like once a month or whatever, because I didn't wash my hair every day. And then so with this, I didn't do this every time I did a hair mask because I also have a deep conditioner that's for hydration. So this I would do once. It was like every other time I put a hair mask in, I would do this, and that was mostly to try to get rid of it. I don't really need this now. I don't really need protein now, so I'm not going to rebuy it. Okay, my next things are... Okay, so I'm done with hair stuff. Next is I have sunscreen, face wash, and a body wash, and a chapstick. Let's talk about the chapstick quick because that's kind of whatever. So this chapstick is from a local place. It's called Queen Bee Skincare. I got this from a local like fair thing. And it's Blue Moon lip balm. I might be doxing myself because Blue Moon is well, maybe it's a Midwest thing. Blue Moon is a Midwest flavor. It's basically like Fruit Loops. Google it. It's like an ice cream flavor. And yeah, so this just went off because it's like clean ingredients. It still smelled like Blue Moon, but I put it on my lips and it burned and it tasted terrible. So that goes in the trash. I also have 2 sunscreens, which one is the Cosrx Vitamin E Vitalizing Sunscreen 50 plus. So this, which I didn't finish, but it expired before I could finish it. And then one is a Walgreens brand 100 Dry Touch. Yeah, this. So I live very far north, 6 months out of the year. The UV is 0, so I don't need sunscreen. Like, I could be outside all day, and the only thing I have to worry about is the cold and the wind hurting my skin and not the sun. I don't do winter sports where I have to worry about the sun reflecting off the snow. Not a problem for me. So I have to worry about covering my face to protect it from the wind and the cold, and not about the sun. The rest of the year I wear sunscreen, but it's like I don't go through them, especially because like if I'm not going outside, if I'm just in my house, I don't have to worry about sunscreen. So I don't go through them. And this one I hated because it was like, it said it was non-greasy, but like, or I think it says it doesn't have oil in it. Yeah, it says it has no oil in it, but it was greasy as fuck, so I hated it. So I never wore it, even though it was SPF 100, which was great. And then the Cosrx one was really good. Like, I really liked this one. And I, like, used it as much as I could, but it expired, and I didn't want to use it because you don't want to use expired sunscreen because it doesn't protect you, so. And I also have sensory issues with sunscreen, so there's a chance I don't use as much as you're supposed to, which is a me thing. But because like you're supposed to use 2 fingers of sunscreen, I can't use that much sunscreen on my face. No. And I know that's a me problem, but like I know you should, but like I can't put that much sunscreen on my face. It grosses me out. But I put as much on as I possibly can before getting grossed out with sensory issues, and I've never found a sunscreen that doesn't give me sensory issues. The one I'm using currently is I'm not gonna get up and get it, it's in my bathroom. It's the First Aid Beauty like milky sunscreen with oatmeal in it, and that one like is really like watery and it rubs in fine. If I use as much sunscreen for that one as it says you're supposed to, that would drive me nuts. It's no. And it dries down fine, but it leaves me really dewy, which is kind of problematic. But it, like, so far it's been fine protecting me, but we're not in summer yet, so we'll see how well it protects me from the sun. But I will say, using as much sunscreen as I use and being outside, I've been fine. And if I go outside and do like outdoors things and I'm not wearing makeup, I put on more sunscreen and I reapply plenty of times, so I've never had a problem. I've never got burnt on my face. So, but also I'm in the northern Midwest, so like we have less sun. It's not as bad. So next thing, I finished a big thing of CeraVe. Yeah, it's the hydrating facial cleanser one for normal to dry skin. I go through these a lot. I use it on my face. I don't use it on my body. This one was the one that was on my sink. I replaced it with the Aveeno like Calm and Restore Oat Cleanser, which you get less, like the bottle isn't as big, but I switched to that because I struggle with redness. I don't know if I have rosacea, but like my whole face is red. I don't really have that problem in my body except my hand, like my palms are red, like my hands are red because yeah, but like my face has redness. And since switching to that, like my redness has like abated a bit. I also got the Calm and Restore moisturizer, to go with it for nighttime, and that's helped too. So promising. That's also why I got that sunscreen, because it has oatmeal in it, and I was hoping that oatmeal would help with my redness, and also would help with sensitive skin. But yeah, so I like this. This is good. If you have sensitive skin, try it. I know some people can't use this with sensitive skin, but it's pretty great. And I mean, well, the value size is not that cheap anymore, but I mean, good bang for your buck, because this lasts forever. I have one of these, well, not yet. I almost have one of these in my shower. I have a backup of these for my shower because I have a moisturizer, or not a moisturizer, sorry. I have a face wash in there I'm almost done with, and I'm going to replace it with a big one of these. And my last thing is body wash. It is the Tree Hut Mary Mint. I like mint stuff. Every time the mint body wash comes out, I get at least one. And this lasts me the whole like winter season. I don't go through that much body wash, so I replaced this with, they have, it's like jelly bear or something. It's basically, it smells like gummy bears. I bought 2 of those because I want it for spring and summer. I want to smell like gummy bears, and I used it, and it does smell like gummy bears. So that's what I replaced it with. Same brand, Tree Hut. So yeah, I don't know. I like these. These are affordable. They're available at Ulta and Target and I don't know where else. Usually I get them at Ulta, but like lately Ulta hasn't been getting the new scents. So I had to go to Target, unfortunately, to get the new scents. Because the scents that are currently at Ulta, none of them are ones that I can use because I'm allergic to them all. Because a lot of the ones this brand has, I'm allergic to, because I'm like sensitive to a lot of scents. But I can use like the mint one. I can use the gummy bear one. But yeah. So yeah, that is my empties. They're all gone. So yeah, like, let me know, like, did you guys go through your empties? I didn't count how many empties I had. Wait, let me count. That was 16 things. Now, I don't know if all of those count as empties. I mean, I guess some of them don't count as empties, but they're things I'm decluttering or getting rid of, so it's like a nebulous basket of things that are getting out of my collection. Some of them are empty, some of them are declutters. It's like a combo box. But yeah, that was my total for this month, is 16. So let me know, what did you get rid of? What did you empty? What did you declutter? How's your project pan going? Let me know. I would love to know. So yeah, if you like this content, give me a like, give me a subscribe, or not. I'm just doing it for fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.